I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will lead to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Yeah!
Drinks?
Yeah!
So no one told you the country started out this way. Your country's a joke, it's broke, let's fix the USA. It's like we're stuck inside of Britain's sphere, when we haven't even been established for a month or even a year. But I'll be there for you when the debt makes us poor. I'll be there for you like we've been here before. I'll be there for you, 'cause America is too.
Hey!
Don't enjoy your whiskey too much. Someone put a tax on it.
We need that money for the federal government. Perhaps you would know that if you weren't busy paying too much attention to the French.
At least the French gave people more power.
True.
They beheaded the king and thousands of people.
Alright, gentlemen, do you remember the time when we all got along?
Yeah, before Alexander came along. I remember. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Pursuit of happiness. Why not property?
Too specific. The pursuit of happiness fits in within property. People can have property within the pursuit of happiness.
Jefferson, add that the soldiers came here in times of peace, without us actually agreeing to them being here.
And add that there was trial without jury.
Like this?
Perfect.
Are we done then?
I think so. Yeah, I guess we did get things done with Alexander around. We had documents that actually worked.
Documents that actually worked. I hope you're talking about the Declaration.
I think the Articles of Confederation were pretty successful too.
Yeah, right.
Can we please stop fighting? America has been great for over a decade.
Okay, yeah, it has. But only thanks to, well, you, sir. But also the Constitution. You can't be on about the Articles still, Jefferson.
They did exactly what we needed for this country. They protected us from tyrannical leaders like King George III. I get that you're in love with the guy, but I guess that explains why you're so fond of the Constitution.
Keeping us away from tyrannical leaders, who do you think I am?
I was not and never have been in love with King George III. We need those British systems to evolve as a society. The Articles of Confederation didn't help us collect debt at all.
Virginia doesn't have any debt.
Virginia never paid off its debt, not fairly.
They paid it.
It was not.
Well, it doesn't matter now. The Constitution was placed for better or for worse.
Or for worse.
I'm sorry, what?
Alexander.
You weren't even at the Constitutional Convention. You have no idea how many compromises the North and South had to make in order to create a more perfect union.
I could remind you both.
What?
I took very detailed notes of the convention. The 14th of May, 1787.
Gentlemen, thank you for coming and voting me as president of this historical event. Now today we're going to talk about how we're going to change the Articles of Confederation.
We have to preserve our country.
After all, we've seen it go through. Won't want it to fail now.
I agree, so what do we do?
We have to replace the Articles of Confederation. There's no other way.
What? Those articles kept us from repeating history. They kept our individual rights.
Okay, but they also amassed a massive debt that's going to be really difficult to pay off. What way did they have to collect debt again?
They couldn't.
Exactly. They couldn't. They were absolutely horrendous. I mean, god awful.
Alright,
They were-
Alexander, that is enough, but I do agree. We have to replace these articles.
We also need to make this document easier to amend, because 13 states aren't going to agree on the same thing. The North and the South are already totally different.
Our first topic of this meeting is how we're going to set up this new government. Because the government that we had with the articles, it's not going to work.
We need to have a strong central government. We have to steer ourselves away from the mob rule that's controlling our country right now.
No, we shouldn't have individuals forced into doing something that they don't want to.
How about we do it more like the Roman republics, have 3 branches, so that each of them can balance out the others?
You know, that is an excellent idea, but I do have to bring up, how are the states going to be represented? Madison?
Well, I was thinking, and I drafted the Virginia Plan, which says that representation should be based off of population.
Wait, what about William Patterson's New Jersey plan? Every state should have equal amount of representation because otherwise the smaller states are going to get trampled by the bigger ones.
How about we split a branch into two? Have one of the branch be based on population, and then the other be based on equal number per state, so that the North will like the equal, and the South will like based on population, and then everyone's happy.
You know, thank you, Roger. That's great. Can we all agree?
I
guess.
suppose.
Alright, so we can't agree on slavery either.
If slaves were counted as people, the South would have way more votes in the House of Reps.
Aren't you Northerners always saying that slaves should be counted as people? Why change your mind now? Stick to your beliefs.
Stick to your beliefs? Madison, are you serious? Since when have you, or any other Virginian for that matter, ever cared about sticking to beliefs?
Alexander.
No, I'm serious. Like, I'd like to know, when are you going to stop using your slaves for personal gain? I'd like to know because I'd like to mark it down on my calendar so I have something to look forward to.
Alexander, enough.
We need a compromise. How about if a slave didn't count as a full person?
What?
Like, say, a fourth of a person.
3/4.
No way.
How about 3/5?
Fine. The 3/5 compromise.
Sir, the people trust you. If they see you as the face of this country, they're more likely to ratify the Constitution.
We don't need every state. We only need 9 to ratify the Constitution.
Yes, but we should try for 13. We are one country, one group of United States. Okay, so we can all agree. We've all done things to help the Union. We've done the Declaration of
Okay, but I
Independence.
made the National Bank.
You're on about the National Bank again?
Gentlemen, enough.
Okay, well, if you made the National Bank, I did the Constitution.
Yeah, well, I wrote the Bill of Rights.
All right, we've all done things to help the history of America.
Okay, well, what do you guys predict about the future?
I predict that one day all the leaders will be independent and we're going to be away from British affairs.
Okay, well, I think that someday we'll have a future of people who are going to actually do things to help their country.
Non-fat, extra. No, sorry, yeah. Okay.
Jefferson, add that the soldiers came here in times of peace without us agreeing to them actually being here.
And add the times that they're jury without trial.
No.
Finish my line. You cut me off.
Virginia was not in debt, okay?
Hold on. Murphy, you actually have more lines in this. I think you should read it.
Do you like my shoes?
Maddie?
Go.
Okay, ready? Alright, so we can all agree we've done things to help the Union. We've done the Declaration of Independence.
Okay, yeah, but
and-
I made the National Bank.
Oh my god, you're on about the National Bank again?
Gentlemen, enough.
I made...
It got me in a serious mood, and now we're
don't-
not
Mom!
friends.